Hey YouTube and Cayman Park Turf Fights, welcome back to Down the Stretch. I'm the host. I'm Christopher Charlton. Alright, I'm doing this video on lead leg. Somebody requested it, Selvin Thompson 8640. He requested this video in slow-mo, so I'm going to do it and try to explain for those who do not know or know when to spot lead change. Right, so that's why I'm going to do this video. Before I get into the video, I'm going to get a little backstory of myself. Alright, my grandfather was Cecil Charlton, and my father is Cecil Charlton Jr. Those who know him as JR, and I'm Cecil Christopher Charlton. Everybody know me as Chris, right? So I've been on horses my entire life. Ever since I wanted to be a jockey, to be honest. I wanted to be a jockey. So ever since I was a kid, we used to have a groom by the farm named Big Youth. He used to put me on the horses when I was like 7, 8. You know, so I was been around horses all my life. And but the minute when I turned 13, 14, I know that was out of the question, because I was already maybe 120 pounds by that time. So that was out of the question. And then I wanted to be a trainer, and my grandfather was like, not happening. Yeah, but so I fell in love with the sport. I remember the first time I heard a race, when they allowed me to come in the betting shop after school one day, I heard Distinctive Bingo. You did used to see TV, so listen. Just how, you know, the commentary, Distinctive Bingo, you know, leaves the gate like a shot out of a gun, you know, keeps on running. I remember I would listen to all them races. Alvin Bisseso, 133 pounds, Distinctive. That's the horse that made me really, really like horse racing. And then, so my grandfather has a library at his house in the roof. So I went up there and I took out, I have a lot of books on horses. I still have some right now. I have this. It's backward because I have the camera front view. So this is Horses and Horsemanship, Florida Horse Program. This is Florida State 4-H Horse Show. So everything to do with horses. And this is Horse Science. So I got these from my grandfather's library. And these are really old with even notes and things from, you know, a lot of notes and things. So I studied these things to learn everything, anatomy of a horse, you know, in conformation, you know, the kind of head you look for a horse in neck, you know, and the legs. The most important part is the legs. You have to make sure that the horse is, you know, you can draw a line through them legs front way, how to match from the hind come down through the hock down to the pastern. You know, you have to do all these things I tried to study. So I really wanted to be involved in horses. So like, I'm no expert. Like I always say that I don't think anyone is an expert when it comes to horse racing, because they're flesh and blood. A horse can just get up today and don't feel good. Just like you can wake up, you're not sick and you're just lazy. Same thing can happen to a horse. So sometimes I pick a horse and say him can't lose, and when I look, him finish last. That's part of the game. If we were picking every winner, there wouldn't be any horse racing. So it's part of the game. Yeah, so lead leg. I remember how I started knowing about lead leg now is in 2000. My grandfather said, since I want so much about horses, I'm going to buy a horse for me. So I was going to the sale to buy some horse. So he gave me the this orange book at the time. I didn't know what it was, but it was a sales book. So I went to the sale. He gave me it like 2 nights before, and he said, go through it, study it. Your father tell me that you know about horse bloodline, and it's go through it and find a horse. You see if you know about horse. So he gave me. I study. And I came up with one horse. So I went to the sale now. He already had a horse selected to buy. The horse he was going to buy was a Bull Demon Infinity. And we named him Peace and Love. Peace and Love went on to win the 2-year-old Breeders' Stakes, and then the Governor's Cup, and was 3rd in the Derby. And I think Peace and Love could have been a much better horse. We gelded him too early, I think. I don't think him should have been gelded, but at that time, as I mentioned in my last video, you know, at that time, nobody had the idea of breeding local stallions. So them just geld them. So we gelded him, Percy them geld him, and him just never grow. I remember we went one day at the stable and Percy said, boy, him raw bone, he won't grow, you know. But you know, it's because, you know, you cut off him testicles, so him not getting the testosterone. So him was really raw bone. Here's a picture of him. This is the day he won the Governor's Cup. But you notice how narrow him in? That's Duke leading him out, and Alan Murad in the saddle. He won at 38-1 that day. The horse I selected in the sale now was a horse out of Royal Minister Majesty that was owned by Howard Hamilton, was going to sale. And I remember my grandfather tell me to go to Wayne and ask him if he like it, and Wayne say, you know, she was going to be an expensive horse because she was a half sister to a horse named Dom Perignon. It was a fast horse. And him say she was going to be, and her sister Tassiwasi, I think they win the Guineas. Yeah, her sister won the Guineas too. So them said she was going to be expensive because she's better looking than her sister. And we say his other owner, I think it was Alexander Heber, did want to buy her, but she turned over in the trailer coming to the track. So a lot of people changed their mind because them say she get hurt. So we say when she come, go and look on her. So we went and look on her, and she was bruised up on her knee and a little thing. And we say, let's see how she walk around. And when she come out in the ring, she looked a little shaken up still, but she was walking good. And we say, she look sound, she look alright. Because him say from the time it happened, if she was injured, she will be showing it now. And no swelling, no nothing. So I tell my grandfather, that's the one I want. Boom. So we got her. Matter of fact, we paid more for her than Peace and Love. It was $750 for her. Peace and Love was like $500,000. She was third in that exact same Governor's Cup with Peace and Love. She made most of the running. And was fourth, and the horse that finished second got disqualified and put behind her. So she ended up in third. Percy Williams rode her that day. She was third at 99-1. Peace and Love won at 38-1. Here's a picture of that coming down the stretch. That's why I named my channel Down the Stretch, because I always remember that race, Down the Stretch. And Peace and Love is my logo horse. With the horse in the middle, that's Peace and Love winning the Governor's Cup. So, yeah. And then, as I said, I wanted to be a trainer. So, in 2010, you know, when Alexander Haber, Troy Alexander just graduated from the jockey school. He was Wayne assistant trainer, and he graduated. And then I went and checked Wayne. I said, Wayne, you have an assistant? And he said, no, just Pickens right now. So he said, you want to be a trainer? Some say, yes. Some say, come on. No sign him sign up a bunch of horses. And say, carry that to the racing commission, pay the fee, pay the insurance and everything. Boom, I went there. Boom, got my license, still have it here. Expired 2011 though. But I migrated. So that's why that fell through. I think, who came after me? I think it was Greg Fennell who came after I left, you know. I was only there for a year. And I knew Jason from Jason that was a kid, because I was at this track almost every day till Wayne have to tell me, say, you don't have to leave Mandeville, come here every day, you know. So I knew Jason was going to be a big trainer. As a matter of fact, when I was at Calder, at that time I live in Florida, and at Calder, and I remember I saw Jason. And Jason said, oh, what's up? And I'm saying, you leaving now? I said, no, I'm going to be. He said, all right, we're here by this certain race, come on the winners enclosure. Some say, well, who da? He said, Daddy have a horse, a run man, truly majesty. Can't lose. Never failed in him, say, can't lose. And boom, I was win by half of the track. Here's a picture of that as well. I have a picture of, I try to save all my picture of them. That's a picture, that's me in the light blue shirt right there. That I'm super fat there, so, okay, so, yeah, so, been in this game for a long time, and as I say, I'm no expert. I just try to do it scientifically. I try to work out. I have a lot of different tactics of how I read racing. I showed one in my last video where I like to clock the last, if a horse going 7 furlongs, I like to clock him last 6.5 and probably the last 6. Just to, you know, do a measurement of him in power. And also I have a thing like, I don't think there's no such thing as a perfectly balanced horse. You have some horses come close, like you see me say about Commandant, nice horse and everything, but him have a long back. You know, horses that have a long back end up have a weak back. So it's not that I find fault, I'm just pointing these things out, because yes, have some horses have a lot of problem. Sir Barton, who won the Triple Crown in America in the early part of the 1900s, had calf knees. His knees were pushed back and him still won the Triple Crown. So horses can have them problems and still be very good. So I like to point those things out. The closest thing I see to a perfect horse was Secretariat. That's the closest thing I see. Look at this stride of this horse. Yeah, so I try to look at every aspect of a horse. Head, leg, back, shoulders, chest, you know, what the placement of the legs, those things very important. Most important thing of a horse is the legs. Most important thing. Nostrils, you want a horse with that nice, you know, big nostrils. Yeah, so those are like the key things I look for. And them stride, I like to say. That's why I can tell the difference between a sprinter and a stayer. A sprinter has a much shorter stride, but it's faster. So down the stretch, basically a big top class horse will do like 57 strides down the stretch. A sprinter will do probably 61, 62 strides. So the sprinter is going gallop is going faster. So that's why when I have a horse that can do 57 stride and do it fast, you have a big horse. That's why I said Miracle Man was a big horse. Guy was huge, but he match stride with sprinters. So lead change now. I was over Percy Hussey. That's the first time I heard the term. I remember we worked Peace and Love one morning and Percy said to Charlie, if him change him lead leg, and Charlie was like, yeah man, beautifully. Come off the turn sweet and change him lead leg. So I asked them, and Charlie told me that, you know, the horse putting him weight when him in the turn, all the weight is going on his left leg because that's his lead leg in the turn, because he's putting the right leg first and then the left leg coming out to absorb the weight in the turn. So he said that's the lead leg in the turn, his left leg. So it's the right leg first, then the left. So that's the left is the lead. When he comes off the turn now, he's going to want to switch over because that weight has been taking all of the weight. So I'm going to switch over now. I'm going to put the left leg first and then the right. And when I say take all the weight, you know, when the lead leg hits the ground, the other three legs are in the air. So it's taking all the weight. When the opposite leg hits the ground, it's hitting it. When the left leg hits the ground first, the right hind leg is hitting the ground at the same time. Here are some pictures here. That's when the left leg hits the ground and the opposite leg is planted with it. But when the lead leg hits the ground, you notice that the other three legs are off the ground. So that's why the lead leg is supposed to be the stronger leg. So when a horse switching back and forth from lead, tends to mean that something is wrong. So that's how Charlie explained that to me. And him say over the straight, a horse will stay on one lead all the way up the straight because he's not going around the bend. So if you see a horse switching over the straight, you know, something definitely wrong. And then Wayne now, one thing I can tell you with Wayne spending money on binoculars. And Wayne, him watching, wants to see what's happening at the starting gate. And when him turned for home, I remember one time, he had a horse named Red Boot Laces, and she turned for home, I'm here Wayne, I say, Paddy, she not change her lead, Paddy, she not change her lead. And we go down to Trevor, I asked Trevor Simpson to say, she didn't change her lead, and Trevor's like, no, him try shifting weight, she not changing her lead. Yeah. That's how I knew Preacher had a chip bone. My other horse, Preacher, in the last time she raced, she won 6 in a row. When she won her 6th consecutive win, she didn't change her lead leg in the stretch, so we knew something was wrong. And then we found out she had 2 chip bones in her knee. And the vet said the one of them was fresh and one was old because the color. So him said that was in there for a while. So yeah. So that's how my backstory. Sorry if I rambled too much, but I just want to get a little backstory and then explain lead leg. So I'm going to get in the video now. It's kind of grainy. I slow it down. I put some arrows there to show when it happened. So let's get into it. Okay, so slow this down as slow as possible. I try. It's grainy, so all right. Watch Danka. Danka is with the blaze face right there. Danka is currently on the left lead, so the right leg is going down first. Watch the change now. Boom. Him change over now. So now it's the left leg going down first, and then the right. So now that's mid stretch. So she changed her lead leg late. So she's on the right lead now, which is the correct lead in the stretch. So you see the left leg going down first, and then the right leg. So as I said, this is the right, you call this she's now on her right lead because the right leg is the one absorbing all of the weight. So the left hit and then the right. So when the right hit, the other 3 legs in the air. When the left hit, there's a leg hitting the ground with the left leg. So always remember that is you have the left leg go down first and then the right leg go down. And then the right leg is the right lead because that's the lead that's absorbing all of the weight. Right? So as you see, she's still on the right lead right there. She changed it late in the stretch, but you're going to see coming up, I just want to leave this on slow motion. You know, I want you guys to see everything what happened and then try to replay it and watch. But as you notice, she's still the left leg first, then the right leg on the outside. So she's on the correct lead there. She changed it late, but she's on the correct lead. Watch the social aviator changed hers late too. See? She just changed her. That's why it's the social aviator start to fly. Because she changed her lead leg late too. The only thing now, she didn't change back over to the tired lead. Danka is going to do that now. And then you're going to see how social aviator fly and Danka, because Danka wouldn't quicken. She went back over to the tired, to the weaker leg. So that's coming up here. Just keep watching Danka's front legs. See? Left leg first, then the right. Left leg first. She's passing the furlong pole there. Then the right. Still has maybe what? Nearly 2.5 lengths on Social Aviator. Social Aviator in top stride now because she changed her lead leg. Although she changed it late, she changed it to the stronger leg, so she's finding more. So Danka still keeping on because she's on the right leg, on the right lead. So Danka still keeping on. Watch what happens exactly when Danka changed back the lead leg. You're going to see Social Aviator just blow past because Danka shortened stride. When she changed back to the tired lead, she shortened stride rapid. So keep watching that leg. So it's the left leg first, then the right. She still have basically the same 2 lengths on Social Aviator because she's on the strong lead at this point. But as I say, I think she's definitely feeling something in that right leg. Here it comes now. Here it is. There it is. She pause with the left leg in the air and then go back over to the right. Here's a slower look on it now. Just watch that left leg. You see the left leg going down first? You see it going down first? Watch now. You're going to see she's going to pause it in the air and then switch to the right leg. Coming up. So keep watching the left leg. See it go down first, then the right. All right, she's going to pause it now. Watch. You're going to see she pause it. And then you're going to see she dip the right leg in front of it now. See it? She go back over to the right leg. So she go back over to the tired lead, which is the left lead. See then? She went back over. So just rewind this. Just go back and you will see it. And you see she's on the wrong lead now. And you say, oh, Social Aviator start to fly because Social Aviator is on the strong lead. So that's so just go back over it and you guys will catch it. Okay? So guys, thanks for watching. And as usual, be safe.